I know, ladies and gentlemen, you were waiting a long time for these men to come back in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters, Sportswire Radio. But I can assure you, it wasn't because the be-all end-all was working on his tan, or the Hammer was working on the best abs in the business as to why we're delayed. No, I'm going to blame that on technology because I was trying to literally for 17 minutes send these guys the link on Facebook Messenger. I even said 5 minutes, and I, for whatever reason, could not keep clicking and copying, pasting that link to get to them. But alas, they finally got it. They finally arrived, and boy, do they have a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to Mon Valley Pro. And we're going to talk about that Black Sheep Society. We're going to talk about those MVP Tag Team Championships. You know, and one of the common themes with these men over the past year plus on Sports Radio is Tag Team Championship gold. And when is it going to happen? I mean, first it was those heavy metal pirates, and then it was a curse and a cure. And when will we see? But alas, we have one more show before the year is out, and maybe we'll see some holiday or Christmas cheer for these two men. I'll have something for these men. It won't be familiar faces that have been on this screen with them in the past, but I'll try to make up for the time we've missed together and the opportunities they've had at those tag team championships and fallen short. I'll make sure I do my best to start that off. But since these men haven't been here together, here in this platform that they helped build in nearly a year, it is time to give them that introduction here on Sportswire Radio, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters. And no, your last podcast, you may have talked WWE. No, I get the WWE on my platform, so we're going to save that for a rainy day. But now, ladies and gentlemen, in the famous words of Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott, let's get rocked, baby. You know the drill. And let's give these men the introduction that they haven't seen simultaneously in a long, long time. So with without further ado here on the Sports Report, number one sports show. They are one of the premier tag teams around. And from the group, the Black Sheep Society, you might want to say tonight, you better be there or be jealous. They are, simply put, first, the be-all and all. Andrew Loveless. And the man that some would say has the best abs in the business. The man that you simply can't touch in the ring. He is the Hammer Matt Strong! Fellas, how are we doing tonight?
Amazing.
Oh, we're doing great. How about that? Let's hear it for that introduction right there. That's the best introduction on YouTube.
Well, I'm
Of all
probably wasn't
podcasts.
Well, I mean, Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad liked it if you'd really like to go down that road, and Josie Scott of Saliva did. So I don't want to go into a pissing contest. You were on a podcast, I'm sure, that had a better intro. Well, no, but we'll leave that. No, we'll leave that at that. That's where I am going to go say that. But obviously, fellas, I'm not here to talk about my intros. I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about what's ahead. And let's do that first before we rewind, because you guys have been very busy in MVP wrestling. And I'm going to certainly get to that. But I have a poster because we have a show to promote. We have one more show here in 2025 to talk about. So for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that Peanut Butter and Jealous, you, Andrew Lovelace, and the Hammer, Max Strong have certainly helped build. Tell us, and what can we expect coming up here 3 weeks from today? Season's beatings.
That flyer is beautiful.
Yeah,
two handsome fellas on it. Like, you couldn't ask for a better flyer.
That's right. Look at that.
And officially, it's our first time on Mon Valley, one of their flyers, that they actually got it right. That we're both on the flyer together.
Yeah, you've been
That's
on
right.
there. He's been on there, but now, I mean, look, we got two for the price of one. I mean, sometimes it takes two to make a thing go right. I mean, you would obviously have DJ'd that song, and maybe Hammer will come out to that song next instead of other songs.
It can't be any worse than what he debuted to.
I'm aware.
We don't talk about that. We don't.
Yeah,
we
we're
don't
not
talk
going
about
there.
that.
Yes,
We're
going
not talking
there,
about that, like how I smuggled myself back in through customs.
That's right.
Well, you know
That's
what?
right.
I'm going to leave that at that. But listen, this is the last show of the year for you guys. It's the last show of the year in Mon Valley Pro, and I have a lot to talk about with you when it comes to that. So, I mean, you guys have been trying for quite a while to win these tag team championships. You've had some opportunities, but what can we expect from you guys here this last show of the year? You guys going to get this right and get a W here coming up, or what?
That's always the goal. We're working out.
That is always the goal. Yeah. You see, what you're going to see is a new focus for Peanut Butter and Jealous, because as you said, we have had some missteps. Whether that is, some bad reffing, allowing a little bit too much.
I see a familiar face, referee, that I know I've seen somewhere, and as a matter of fact, I've seen him here, but I'm not going to get into that. But I did see that referee, but at least it wasn't that other referee that you guys have famously had some arguments on this platform and many times. Yeah.
Thank God.
Although the outcome was still kind of the same, more or less. But hey, who knows?
To be fair, the Pirates threw my partner on me.
I'm aware.
That's a lot of weight.
I mean, the best abs in the business. Listen, I mean, that's what you get, I suppose.
I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. That referee was a little bit lax. They both had a submission on me for one time. There was no count. Yeah. There was no justice. They just let him get away with it.
I had to try to direct him. And he cold shouldered me.
You guys haven't been on here on Sportswire in almost a year, and I feel like it's almost the same story, different place. And at least the place you're in now, it's clean as a whistle as far as I know. So I mean, at least that's you got going for you. But it seems like nothing's changed.
Well, if the indie leagues would put a little bit of investment into these refereeing squads, maybe we wouldn't have this problem. Maybe It's not with us. Maybe it's the quality of referees here in the indies.
Maybe you guys should go on strike to get better referees. Baseball
maybe
apparently the next season. Listen, baseball after next season, apparently they're talking about a work stoppage. Maybe you should get yourself and the rest of the Black Sheep Society and maybe consider going on strike for better referees to help you guys out. I guess I don't want to give ideas, but maybe that's
a good way to get time for it, Hammer.
It is Christmas time. Maybe we should ask Santa.
I don't know. I heard about the naughty list again this year. We don't want.
I know you guys a while, but you mean to tell me that the season's beatings and what your wish list is going to be, respectively, is better referees, and that's what we're going to ask for, not tag team championship gold, not victories under our belts. That's
I already asked Anna for tag team gold and a new Nerf gun this year.
Nerf gun's a good idea, actually. I give you the Nerf one. I give you the Nerf gun one.
See, I didn't need to ask Santa for gold.
I'm just
We're
saying, if
gonna
I get a
take
Nerf
that
gun,
gold
don't be
as long
surprised
as
if I
we
try to
get the
smuggle it in.
referees that we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, listen. I mean, I hope that's your thing. And I got to ask you guys this question. I want to play one of your most recent matches because the one you just wrestled last week, and you and I each were talking about this, and we didn't get a chance to air that because of, well, the footage isn't up. But you guys are in this Black Sheep Society, and you've been in this group for a while. Obviously, D.A. Morris has been there with you guys. So talk to me about why you guys joined the Black Sheep Society and what is that done for you so far?
They offered us an opportunity that we couldn't pass up.
Yeah.
It hasn't came through yet, but it will. Hopefully.
And it's a great opportunity. Like, these men all working towards the same goal. We got Tyler Grayson, we got D.A. Morris, Ram,
Tony Onyx,
ourselves, and then Mayhem, the mastermind behind it all. And Violet is with us too, so don't count her out whatsoever.
Yes, you know who Violet is, obviously. We know Violet.
So, I mean, all of us together are like-minded, and we all have the same goals, and that is the betterment of the Black Sheep Society.
That's right.
Which includes getting our belts back, getting Tyler his belt back, and wrecking the rest of the MVP locker room.
That's right.
Well, so far, I mean, it hasn't quite happened that way, but I suppose there is an old adage, hope springs eternal, and maybe this last show of the year will get you guys going for a 2026 for finally winning tag team championship goal. Which you guys, again, I have talked about this with you in the past, has long been something you've coveted.
It does sound pretty nice. Great way to start out 2026.
Walking into 2026 as the MVP tag team champions.
Man, we would be the sexiest tag team champions Mon Valley Pro has ever had. The man with the greatest tan and the greatest abs. Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, well, obviously, listen.
Ticket sales would go through the roof.
Well, that's right. The divorce rates in Shell Royal go up.
They already do when we show up.
That's right.
Well, we don't talk about that on here.
How about what was it last month when we saw someone dressed as you, Mr. Hammer? How about that exchange? You were how did that make you feel?
That was a distraction. That was the Pirates concoction.
Yep.
They wanted to confuse us, and it worked. This is what I'm talking about. If the people in charge would take care of this stuff before it happens,
it's hard enough to
we could do our job in the ring.
Then you go out, you see carbon copies sitting in the front row.
But they say that's a good thing. They say that, imitation's the greatest form of flattery. I mean, that shouldn't you look at it from that standpoint? I mean, there's countless people that, I would like to try what I do. And I would say, well, that's, I'm happy, you're trying to do what somebody else created. I mean, you guys having that, shouldn't you look at it that way in one sense, I suppose, or just spooked out from it?
They just tried to get in our way. Everything that is not helping us along our path is nothing but a distraction and a speed bump for us to roll over.
There's a lot of speed bumps there. A lot of speed bumps. I hope that you guys are not going too fast on the road. But let's play.
We need to off-road this thing, Hammer. Off-road it.
Yeah, maybe you need an ATV at this point. Well, we'll get to everybody here in the chat, but before I do that, we're gonna put your matchup that I have your last one as a team together. I can't play the one that happened last weekend where you were competing for those Mon Valley Pro Tag Team Championships because unfortunately we don't have the footage, but we do want to thank MVP for at least granting access to you guys on Sportswire. But if you are here, first of all, do me a favor, hit the sub button for Mon Valley Pro. They've got a lot of great stuff, and we have some familiar faces on this platform who
nerds.
Yes, well, we have many familiar faces that have been a part of Mon Valley Pro that are returning to Sportswire right after you guys. So do us a favor and hit the sub button for them. But let's play some of the footage of the last time you guys were in the ring, and I'm going to do that shortly. So I'm actually going to take this off the screen, bring it right back up, and then go right to where you guys were actually wrestling in that ring. And I'm going to do that here right now. And we are here with Peanut Butter and Jealous. And my name is Your Voice, where all music and wrestling matters. And if you're here on Sportswire Radio for the first time, do me a favor, hit the sub button for me, and you might see some really interesting guests coming up in the music world as well, but or in the past. You might want to watch some of them. But in the meantime, I've got the footage queued up right here, fellas, and there are those heavy metal pirates and a referee that I've definitely recognized on my platform at least a few times. But I'll leave that at that for for the crowd to interpret.
I think that guy needs glasses.
I agree.
Maybe that guy needs to go and maybe talk to the New York Mets about re-signing their free agents. But I'll leave that at that for a different time. We're not talking about the Mets. We don't want to do that.
Man, he looks like a crypt keeper in the ring. Look at him. Sheesh.
I mean, these guys definitely look like straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean, I guess. I mean, I didn't know at first, was I seeing Johnny Depp or was I seeing your tag team opponents?
That Anthony Kiedis wannabe and the Captain Morgan.
Give it away to listen. I mean, maybe they'll even break out into Weird Al's interpretation of it. Who knows? But obviously, you guys are out there. You guys are getting ready, and you look like you want none of it here, Hammer. And the fans don't seem to be reciprocating.
That's because they make poor choices in life. We travel hundreds of miles out of our way to grace them with our presence, and they sit on their hands like a bunch of hobos.
Well, I'm not going to go there on that, but obviously that's how you feel about the fans in the crowd, and I'm sure that there are some people here in the chat that'll have their opinions. But I mean, listen, why not just go? I know you a while, Hammer. Why not just go and try to actually wrestle your opponent instead of wasting all this time here? I mean, who cares what the fans think? Just go out there and use the best abs in the business and try to beat up your opponents. I'm confused.
Wait. No disrespect, Tom, but are you trying to tell me what to do in the ring?
Right?
I do things on my time.
Well, you're taking a lot of time up. I would just think, wouldn't the strategy be to go right directly to your opponent? I've seen you in the past do that. I'm just trying to figure out what the strategy here was.
Mind game, Tom. Mind game.
I wasn't ready.
These heavy metal pirates don't seem to be reciprocating when it comes to the mind games.
That's the point, though. He's relaxed now.
Decisions.
He's been lulled into a false sense of security.
That's right.
He thinks he's got this now.
I mean, I hope so for his sake, I suppose. I mean, we'll have to certainly find out. And then obviously your manager is out there, and you want to talk about him for the audience because obviously some people he's
a great man.
Yeah, on this platform, this is the first time this is the first time we're speaking about him on this platform.
Mayhem, I'll tell you what, Mom has been one of the biggest perks to joining the Black Sheep Society. Picking that man's brain, the things we've learned from him, I mean, are irreplaceable. That's the biggest perk to joining the Black Sheep Society.
It comes with a lot of education. I would
certainly say that. And we know how much you love that education, you love that knowledge, and knowledge is certainly power. But right now, I'm looking at the power of those heavy metal pirates, and definitely.
Hammer, right there. Did you see that?
Yeah, did you see that? He did. He pulled the tight.
Dirty.
Those punches look like they hurt. They don't look like they're, definitely they're landing.
Well, they're not hitting, Tom Bryce.
Yeah, that's this isn't ballet. This is contact sports.
That was a little ballet, right? That was a little ballet right there for the audience. But certainly, you're obviously looking for your tag team partner maybe to come in. And
speaking of Hammer, my chest still hurts from last weekend.
Oh, them chops! I felt
Unfortunately, I don't
bad
have
for you.
for that. Maybe we'll have that next month. Maybe we'll have that next month and talk about
Maybe.
that. But who knows? But right now
He pulled
we're
my
watching.
hair.
Well, that was a
He
topic
tried to mimic the leg
watch.
drop. You see that? Pure disrespect.
Yeah, I listen.
Stole
I
it.
see it. I certainly see it. I mean, there's certainly some things going on in the ring, and right now, Hammer. I mean, you're being worked on. I count right now on my clock. 4 minutes you've been in there so far. I mean, not at the start you wanted.
No, it wasn't what I was looking for, but they got to wear me down a lot more than that if they think they're going to take out the hammer, though.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
Right.
there's
the
a lot
Hammer
of double
after-
teaming
listen,
going on.
You are the Hammer. There's no question about that. I mean, you certainly can't be touched. Certainly when it comes to those abs, the best abs in the business, and
He's battle tank
certainly-
ready.
And there's that referee, by the way. I don't pushing you or pushing off your opponent there in the ring, and looks like now you finally smart move. Finally, you get outside, and this is where this. I mean, Halloween came early, I suppose. So I guess from your vantage point. I mean, boy, that must be a first for you there, Hammer.
That was confusing as all hell. I thought somebody had a mirror out there, and that I almost tagged in the bald one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought that was Loveless for a second there.
maybe that would
And
have
you
been a
see,
good
this
idea.
referee is just allowing this to happen. The distraction. He's not worried about anything else.
Maybe he
Nope.
passed his prime.
They
I
need to
don't
throw
know.
them people out of there. Get rid of them.
Exactly.
Well, you guys continue it. That's why maybe you do want better referees as a holiday gift this year coming up. But right now, I mean, you're getting frustrated. Taking off. There he goes. Taking off that flat on. There it goes. There he goes. Those abs. There they are. There they are. And obviously, it seems like those heavy metal pirates are. That's how you get them. You're luring them right in. You're luring them right in.
Look at that. You can see
He's
the fear
counting
in
them.
his eyes.
You didn't know if it was an 8-pack.
That's right.
This, you know what? This Bud's for you, right? You think about 6-packs, 12-packs Buds, and you got a Budweiser there right now. There is your tag team partner who obviously does the right thing there to hopefully give you a little bit of time. And now we're looking at this, and this is where things start to maybe go a little bit more in your favor eventually here, sure. Because you've been in the ring, like I said, you've been here now, I think, for over 5 minutes. I mean, this is certainly quite, again, as I stated, not the start you would have wanted, but nevertheless,
No.
we are here at this point.
I do got to give those Pirates credit enough that they did. They cut that ring off and they kept me isolated. They're tough opponents. I don't
can
say
see
that
that
by any means.
Listen, they are heavy metal pirates for a reason. And no, we're not talking about guests who've been on my platform since you guys have last been here. But nevertheless,
They
I mean,
definitely our Rock and Roll Express to the Midnight Express. That's
I
for
did.
sure.
I could see that. There's no question that they're a very worthy team. But there's Mayhem trying to will you on, and
Look
you're
at that. Did you see that? Look at that. Double team. Where's the referee? Where's the 5 count? Nothing. He just allows this blatant attack to happen.
Maybe tape trading would be, one of those tapes he needs to watch and maybe figure that out. I don't know. I mean,
he needs some glasses and some direction to the ring.
Well,
I think they need to make his nap time at the old folks home a little earlier.
And by the way, Brutal Ben Metal, I gotta say, Brutal Ben Metal is a name that has come up here on this platform in the past, and we're seeing him here and such. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I guess for you guys, it's you're waiting to come in here, Loveless. We're going on almost 7 minutes. I mean, boy,
at this point, I'm boiling. I'm heated. They're working over my tag partner. That's not right. The referee's just letting it fly.
You know what? That's brutal. That is brutal. That is definitely. But there you are. You finally, as the freshman, come in there, and you are like, well, let's just say a house of fire. You are a house of fire here, right. And you are just working like there's no tomorrow. There is absolutely no tomorrow. And I have a feeling that Brutal Ben Metal and Curly John are going to really find this here. They're going to find it. They may call themselves the Prairies Pirates on the 7 Seas, but I think now they're going to crash here coming up shortly. Trying to work.
We're trying to sink their battleships. Is what we're trying to do.
Well,
That's right.
the Titanic, they tried that too. But, obviously, look, you're using some of your offense, using some of what you do, and you're now trying to get back out of this. And we are here on Sportswire Radio with Peanut Butter and Jealous, the Hammer Mac Strong, and the be-all, end-all, Andrew Lovelace. And if you are here, hit the sub button for MVP. Also, follow Mon Valley Pro on Facebook and Instagram. And we are here right now with the guys, and this is one of their more recent matches that they've wrestled here at MVP. And this was a show alongside Scare Pro Wrestling, and Andrew Lovelace right now seems to be working nicely on those heavy metal pirates. And brutal bad metal. Yeah, he's brutal. He's definitely brutal.
Hammer, I got the new things in my arsenal for the next one.
Well, I mean, maybe you'll get a chance to use them in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah. It's safe to say that these guys won't be with you guys this coming Thanksgiving. It seems to be you guys won't be passing them the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the cranberries, right? The cranberry juice won't be passing along with these guys. No.
Somebody needs to tell them I hope their turkey gets burnt.
That's right.
Maybe they're pirates. Maybe they haven't had turkey yet. I don't think they had, turkey in those times. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat.
Tell them to go shoot rocks.
Yeah.
Right now, you seem like you're chewing off your opponent right now. You're chewing off, looks like, brutal Ben Metal. I mean,
yeah, I wasn't too happy. I got his greasy ass hair in my mouth.
Yeah, that's gross.
I hope you didn't eat it. I hope you didn't eat it.
Oh, speaking of Thanksgiving turkey, how about that?
No, listen. You're back out there after a little bit of a rest, and now you are saying to everybody, it is hammer time. It is hammer time. And there you go. Oh, man, that was a nice little move.
Wow, a big leg drop. That would have killed a normal man.
Nice rolling leg drop there. You are rolling, to quote Mr. Hammer himself. But, now this is the way you would have liked to have started the match. But listen, you're here right now. Nice little, arm drop there. And you smashed him. And now you go off the top rope. I mean, those best abs are going to certainly be felt. And there it is. There's that flying elbow right now. The Macho Man would be proud there of you right now. There you go. And now you got the match where you want. But who are you pointing to?
I heard the Macho Man took it. I heard he took lessons from the Hammer on how to do the elbow drop.
You know what?
That's right. If that would have been from the top rope, see, I was just trying to hurt him. I didn't want to kill him.
Right.
That's why I went from the second rope.
About that, but right now, you guys, this is what Peanut Butter and Jealous are supposed to do. This is why everybody should be saying, be there and be jealous, and you better be here, or else you better go somewhere else if you're not jealous. But there you go. Now you got exactly what you want to do there. Exactly what you want to do in this match, and nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go there.
You got him tied up in there.
Well, I mean, for your
sake, I will say my thrill of the year is twisting Ben Metal up like a pretzel.
Well, you know what? I'm sure Brutal Ben Metal I have talked about it in many places that we won't name. Won't exactly be having a pretzel after that, because you almost turned him into one, and not the Aunt Annie's pretzel kind either that maybe you've seen in 814 wrestling, winking a nod in the mall over there. But we'll leave that at that. Yeah,
they got some good pretzels over there.
The only thing you didn't do is dunk them in nacho cheese.
Well, you know what? It's it sounds like
no cheese, no salt on the pretzels, Hammer. You got to keep it lean, buddy.
Well, right now, listen, Andrew Lovelace is working nicely on Brutal Ben Metal, and he's gonna try his best to get to Curly John, and I guess we'll have to find that out. I guess we'll find out. But right now,
you see that ankle lock? I don't bring that out very often.
Well, right now, let's try to get you the W, and there is Hammer. Hammer's tagged in. You tagged in here. I mean, obviously, why?
Well, he held him down, and I got the big splash.
It's control. It's placement.
2.
That's right.
Now what?
There's the message of the madness. While I'm wearing him down, we get the fresh guy in.
Well, I mean, I would have maybe just had you out there still, but you know what? Right now, it's all It's all right now peanut butter and jealous, and Brutal Ben Metal's got nowhere to go. He is certainly getting the Max Hammer treatment early on in the match. He's been in there now for at least 3+ minutes. And wait a minute,
Look at
Curly
that
John's
beautiful
helping him.
person.
And what happened there?
You
Now
see that?
that's
Where's the ref at there?
the referee
Curly
had
John
to
just
turn
pushed those
around.
ropes in.
Yep.
That referee, I mean, listen, he might want to put away his New York Mets encyclopedia and have
I
turned
thought they
around
were
because
good guys. I thought
excuse
they were
me.
supposed to be classy. These,
Yeah.
these are what
They're
the fans
pirates, man.
support.
How can they be classy? They're pirates.
Still, they should be.
Well, you know what? Right now,
We
Curly
should hold
John.
ourselves
There
to a
we
certain
go.
regard in
There
that
we
ring.
go. The referee is looking. It should be over. What? It should be over. There's nothing that Brutal Ben Metal can do to get to the middle of the rope. This one's
Right.
over. It should be all over but the shouting. And there you go. And just he put the hammer out. You're ready to drop that
That's
hammer.
a nice fish hook right there.
Listen, Megan Trainor talks about dropping that base. Hammer is going to drop that hammer any minute. But there you go.
Maybe
You're working
that's what
on
we
him.
need to do, Hammer. Maybe we
A
need to stop
wise
playing
man
nice
once
and
told
use
me,
the hammer more.
"You ain't cheating. You ain't trying." I don't know what you're talking.
Maybe we need to just start crushing people with that hammer.
We should. Let's start
Well,
with
you
this.
got one more show this year to figure that out because this is it. You got one more show in 3 weeks, and right now
Oh,
you just got.
Yeah, I know. My head hurt for 2 weeks straight after that.
Well, that's why we had to wait 2 weeks to bring you back on. But I mean, 2 extra weeks. But wait a minute! Wait a minute! That was definitely dropping that base rather than that hammer. And unfortunately, you can't touch those heavy metal pirates because Brutal Ben Metal 1, 2, 3, and there it is. Those heavy metal pirates win, and they
gives
win.
me a headache just looking at it.
Well, rather unlucky fashion, especially when it comes to Peanut Butter and Jealous, and they're at that moment. You're tag team champions at that moment. And, and certainly wasn't what you guys had expected. Yet another, let's just say, heading for the heartbreak, to quote Def Leppard, of a loss. And
that moment, setting in that ring, taking it all in. You want to talk about heartbreak and disappointment and frustration, all bottled up into one moment? That was that. That's burnt into my head from that night.
Yeah. Well,
So is the hammer.
And also, and I got to show it again one more time. And we'll get to the chat in a minute because certainly everybody wants to talk to you guys tonight. It's been a minute. We'll put that footage up here, one more time. And obviously, this is where it all, let's just say, becomes all she wrote, or all the hammer wrote. And there it goes. And the referee.
Loveless, I know that shoulder block is devastating. I apologize.
Oh my God!
That hurt.
Not once, but twice, and there it goes. And
it took me forever to recover from that shoulder block.
Maybe that's why we didn't see you.
Ibuprofen. Well, it would have killed a normal man, but I'm not normal.
And here I am complaining about dental surgery, a few months ago, and look at what we just saw there. And we'll come back to more MVP footage. Maybe that's why you weren't there at the show prior to the last one. Maybe that's why you weren't there
because I was getting us these new nice jerseys. I had to break back into Burt Reynolds' house.
You know what, Smokey and the Bandit? Listen, I mean, my guest last night had broken into someone's home, and you guys did the same. But hopefully, eventually, the luck will turn your tide. Let's get to the chat. A lot of people want to talk to you. I'll come back on the other side. We'll talk about a few other things, and we'll say hello to everybody here. First, as always, is Zilla. She'd like to say hello to Peanut Butter and Jealous, and thank you, Zilla. And I'll be back here at 10:45 p.m. also with Dominic. And speaking of somebody that is a avid supporter of you guys, and you definitely know her, and her name is Jennifer, and she'd like to say hello to the greatest tag team of all time. So obviously you've got her in your corner as a fan, and you just need to get more of those people in Mon Valley.
She's got good taste.
I certainly see. And Thank you to Gamer Got a Game Gimmick Man. Well, I like to say yo, yo, yo.
Oh,
And
respect, sir. Yo,
thank
yo.
you for being here and hit the sub button for us on Sportswire. And we appreciate you. Loveless must be making sure his No, I explained it. We literally, the truth is to break the fourth wall. I was trying to send these guys the StreamYard link for like 17 minutes. I kid you not. So that's the reason why. No, they weren't working on the best abs in the business, the best tan. And where's the black glasses? Well, you don't need them. He's live in prime time when the brightest light's the biggest stage. Now, speaking of a team that has championship gold, that you guys know, and I have no doubt you do. You've got a team called Cease and Desist. That's, first of all, the rare bird Chris Phoenix wanted to say, what's up, gentlemen? Now, I'm sure you definitely know who he is. His tag team partner, Hype Man Dan Lasers. He's also here in the chat. I'll get to him. And anything you want to say to those guys, speaking of gold and such? I mean, anything you want to say?
Nerds.
Bunch of freaking nerds. I've faced Dan Lasers before.
Yep.
And as far as I remember, my arm was raised at the end of that match by the referee. After
I'm saying, if I wrestled Dan Lasers, it'd be an easy night at the office.
That's right. That's right.
Chris Phoenix, I'd burn through him. Get it? The pun, burned. Yeah, you're welcome.
See what he did there?
I see.
Smarter than the average bear.
You know what? The Bears are coming out of hibernation this time of year, so we'll have to see. I want to say hello to Camo Cam from the IMF, who wanted to say hello. Camo does the TikTok reviews, so maybe she's scouting out some other wrestlers. Thank you, Camo, for being here. Jen would like to say greatest men, and then wants to say, and I've seen this on her Facebook page, new champs, please. Well, you guys had another shot at tag team championship gold at the women's show here last weekend, and you know what happened there?
First of all, we were not ready. We were there to attend a show.
That's right.
And then, we need your help, guys, coming and begging us. So we obliged if they gave us a shot at the titles.
Exactly.
But how do you get ready in 5 minutes for a match in all reality?
That's a great question.
When they have every advantage.
That's a great question.
I was still lacing up my boots when they played our music.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's, I guess I want to say a rather.
Sometimes it's tough being a professional out here, Tom.
Well, I mean, I would know nothing about being a professional of any sort, but I would certainly say that in a way, maybe that was a curse for you guys, but certainly not a cure.
The curse is boredom. We are the cure. Peanut butter and jealous.
We are the cure.
That's why we are running it back. They knew that we were just helping out, so they decided to give us an actual opportunity for us to prepare for. And that is why we are running it back with the curse and the cure on the 13th.
Right.
That's
Take
right.
us for granted, boys.
Church in Charleroi, PA. Peanut butter and jealous at Seasons Beatings is going to take on the curse and the cure again.
Yep.
Same match, different winners.
You know, we still didn't figure out which one was the ugly one.
That's right. This time you fight the ugly one.
Well, you know what? You're going to have to fight Victor Atlas, the Mastodon, and Mr. Miller, regardless. You're going to have to fight them. And
he might be big, but they're not that big. I'm just saying, I'm bigger than both of them.
Well, I mean,
Victor Atlas has a nice build to him, but he doesn't have the abs that I do.
Exactly.
You know, listen, I mean, forget about anybody else that has any abs near you. Nobody has a tenth of what you've got right now. I mean, forget about, you want to throw names out there. You want to throw out Roman Reigns. You want to throw out John Cena. You want to throw out, Drew McIntyre. You want to throw out Shea. Anybody out there, just they're no comparison to what you have there.
None.
Yeah. All jealous.
Be here or be jealous rather than be there or be jealous. And also, Black Sheep, whoop, whoop. Well, you are a part of that Black Sheep Society. Somebody would like to say hello and give a handshake there. And MVP finally made a great poster. I'll put that poster up here. And that poster is for the show 3 weeks from today, and it's called Seasons Beatings. It is a
very handsome poster for sure.
and 6 o'clock bell time. So
Heck, I might even print out some extra ones and give them away for Valentine's Day presents.
you know what? I mean, you could even use them as a little extra poster and a holiday card if you guys give out those holiday cards. If you do that,
I
I'm not
will.
sure. But you could if you'd like.
I never have, but this might be the year if we win the tag titles.
Get those titles, boys. And now we go. Caps locks, refs screwed them over. As I said, same story, different promotion. Best abs and tan. There you go. And here we go again. Better refs. We did talk about that. I'm in for that. Thank you to WCE. We appreciate that. And we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you. And Nerd, I think it's the referee. I want to say hello to the Heartland
thing, but
who just wrestled, I think, right before we went on the air. Wants to say hello. I believe he knows you guys a little bit. So he'd like thank you, Colton, and we'll see you soon on Sportswire before the year is out, I'm sure. Nerf gun, then gold. Well, I mean, if you're going to have a match in 3 weeks, maybe gold, then Nerf gun, because, the holidays, they come after season's beating. So I would just slightly change that. But I think I get the point, though.
Maybe I'll give Loveless his present early, and maybe he'll have a Nerf gun to bring to the match.
Ooh, listen, and in honor of that, since the last time you guys have been, we got this here. Oh, yeah, there you go. We got the gun sounds there, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
We got a sound machine on Sportswire. Yeah, we definitely do have one of those. I should be in 2 at this point. So I guess she's obviously offering herself to be on the poster, I suppose. Maybe that's a good thing there. I'm sure that'll sell some more tickets. I don't know.
Some nerd wants to step over boundaries.
What a nerd.
Well, obviously somebody there is definitely throwing some kisses, and it's at one of you fellas.
That's for me. That's Violet right there.
I'm aware.
Yeah. She's very busy. She's a very busy person, but yeah, she goes by many names.
You know what? There you go. There you have it. These guys get it, and they're your hot ass girlfriends, and obviously there you go. Laughing my ass off. She looked good. I didn't. I don't know if that was the segment with you and Hammer there, but he's jealous. My tan was better, so obviously she's definitely, working on that tan.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Speaking of people that you know very well that I haven't seen on here in a while, Mr. Chase Wakefield, who is a married man, and now we know eventually one day the footage of his wedding invitation will be out there. But
that was a great wedding.
Now, did you guys I don't know if we can talk about this or not, but did you guys officiate the wedding? Did you guys maybe officiate that wedding to where we saw Mr. Wakefield say "I do" to his certainly
we brought strippers.
I don't think Mr. Wakefield would like people to know that he wants to be married, fellas.
Well, we never claimed to be classy individuals. We just
I understand it, but Mr. Wakefield's other half would like probably not to have heard that point.
She loved it.
Well, you know what? Now she has to love it. Hit the sub button for Mon Valley Pro. Also follow them on Facebook. I'm going to put up these guys' Instagram pages up as well. And if you are here, hit the sub button for us. And well, there is the Indie Vision Network, and I know you guys know them very well. And certainly Kevin from Ring Crew's been here, and there's also another guy I'm sure you've heard of named Tommy Hara. Ring a bell?
Hot Wheels. All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Professor X.
Not these nerds.
Oh,
and
come on, Ring Crew, Kevin.
What better are you going to do tonight, Kevin? That's right.
They're here in prime time. They know that Peanut Butter and Jealous haven't been on Sportswire in a long time, and they wanted to take the temperature of tonight's show, and that's a good idea. I looked better as Loveless. It's okay. You want to say anything about that at all?
Cut this girl's mic already. She's the things I want to say is not politically correct for the show.
She likes you, that's for sure. Obviously, somebody wants to say, "Boo!" I know who this guy is. I know who this fellow is. Boo!
Who's that?
This nerd.
Yeah, I know him. And obviously, Peanut Butter and Jay. Yeah, just Peanut Butter and Jay.
Right.
Another fan.
In honor of you guys, these guys. I didn't even want to say it. I got the beep button now since you last been here.
Well, you might need that for
I thought
Loveless.
I
We
was
give
having
him
a
a live
stroke.
microphone.
What's that? What's that?
I heard that beeping sound. I thought I was having a stroke.
Well, you know what? Maybe the referee you had out there, if you guys have another match the way it ended, might have a stroke after what you guys do to him potentially. But
If he pulls
I
that
want to.
crap again, I might hit him hard enough so he does have one.
I'm pretty sure he had a stroke during that last match. That's
I
how he
got a
missed
lot
so
of
much.
comments here, so let me read them through. I want to know where they got those amazing shirts that has the best abs and tan. Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah,
We
that
don't
was
lay
that
out
was
all
more
the
leftovers
secrets,
from
Marty.
Burt Reynolds' closet.
Well, listen, speaking of people that do a great job at designs, Mr. Ox McCoy, the enforcer of Sportswire Radio, who just returned to the ring last week and wants to say hello, fellas. And yes, he really does look like that in real life. Mayhem doesn't get enough credit. Well, I hope he gets enough credit for you guys to win.
Mayhem is the Bobby Heenan of the independent scene.
Yes, he is.
I hope so for your sake. I really hope so for your sake. And I will also give a plug to your Instagram page. So do me a favor. Go follow Andrew on Instagram. And it's like old times on Sportswire with you. And, hit the follow button on Instagram and check out his content. He usually puts the posters up for these different shows that he's a part of. And go follow him. Check him out on YouTube and Facebook. And we'll get to some more comments. Also, don't forget, name ring a bell. RK Sawyer will be after use. I think he meant to say use.
Oh, you keep Leatherface on a leash.
Somebody needs to keep that cooled up gypsy with them.
Exactly.
Locked up. Oh,
bunch of menaces.
You're not fooling anybody.
All right, I'm gonna blow the whistle on this. I'll blow the whistle on that. Loveless. There you go. Loveless is a well-rounded wrestler. Yes, I agree. Your wrestling is always top notch. It's just a matter of getting you guys that elusive tag team championship goal that you have been chasing for a long time now as a team together for over a year. That's just the whole nook of the conversation tonight, and it's been, for several months, and like I said, on this platform for over a year. So
I'm just gonna say it's not an easy task for sure.
Well, you said
to on the back, Steve definitely is knowledgeable.
Well, you know what? You said to us that you have a shot once again 3 weeks from now against the Cure and the Curse. And we'll see if the cure for this curse is you guys winning season's beatings and giving a season's beatings to the Cure and the Curse.
Up in my sleeves.
I'm sure Jed is paying attention closely to that. Hello to Colton. Yes, if he's here. Hammer should have tagged me in. I could have got the W. Are we missing something here?
I think that was the bald nerd plant.
Yep.
What? I don't know if he necessarily looks like a bald person.
She was atrocious sitting at ringside.
Okay. Thank you, Ox. Speaking of people, I want to say hello to the ROW Prestige champion who's here Friday night, 9 o'clock, Mr. Johnny Velocity. Johnny would like to say evening, gentlemen. Johnny had a really good match. He wrestled. I was watching earlier today, and thank you, Johnny, for being here. Johnny, I'm excited. I'm still remembering to say his name, his original name, but his name is now Johnny Velocity. Hello to everybody here. Thank you, Zilla. Thank you. And yes, thank you to Quick Strike Johnny, and we appreciate him. And there you go. And I see the devil horns. And if you like some of my interviews, check them out. I've interviewed, since you guys have last been here, Josie Scott of Saliva, Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad. I had on Mark Kendall of Great White. I've had on Brian Damage Forsythe of Kicks. I've had on Lorraine Lewis. Speaking of blonde women that people would have liked to have looked at, but you guys don't worry. You don't have to worry about that. And we also had on a couple of guys. Speaking of the Monster Factory, I've had on this guy Gary Wolf, Pitbull Gary Wolf, and I heard about the Monster Factory you were telling me about, and I had Gary Wolf, who has a book 5 months ago, and say it ain't so. The Monster Factory is going under.
Yeah, I'm very heartbroken about that.
Yeah,
that's where I got my start. Like, there's a lot of good memories there. I
just spoke to Gary Wolf a couple of days ago. I'm sorry to hear that.
And tonight's their last show.
Well, they should have invited you and Hammer, but you were here on Sportswire, so
Yeah.
they'll have to understand.
We
They'll
had
have to-
prior engagements, but
Yeah, well, you're in prime
like
time.
I wish all the guys the very
Yeah.
best. Like, and
No, all seriousness, no. Obviously, the Monster Factory, we've talked about this in the past to break the fourth wall for a minute.
Yep.
It's a place, obviously Bam Bam Bigelow came out of there. Damian Priest came out of there. Certainly,
Chris
Gary
Gambino came out of there. Sheamus
God rest
came out of there. Yeah, a lot of great talent.
a lot of great guys came out of there. And again, I'll continue to say it. Gary Wolf, Pitbull Gary Wolf, who came on the platform, was a huge product of that. And Larry Sharp, and just you think about the history, and it's really terrible to hear about that. And speaking of people that are here, you guys aren't going to be too happy about. But what's good, y'all? We'll be seeing you soon. A man that holds 2 belts, Mr. Hype Man Dan Lasers, who you mentioned, Hammer, by the way. You mentioned it like 10 minutes ago.
What a nerd.
You're a Hype Man.
He's just keeping them nice and polished. He's not
a good night, so he had to come on here and ruin it.
What he is.
Yeah, well, they've been in other places. They've been certainly doing the rounds. And
But
maybe
working the street corner, that don't count.
Those are your words, not mine. Yes, hello to Hype Man. Very happy to see Ox back out there. We'll be talking about that tomorrow night with Sean Jovi about 9:15 Eastern time. And Jen has said this over and over, and for I think some valid reasons to some. These boys need some MVP technical. You told us though, season's beatings, you're getting a rematch. Maybe it was also, you know what? Maybe it's also because you guys had to follow up the last match of this guy, Joshua Kavad, ring a bell? And this other guy, Jay James. Maybe you were distracted because you were watching the final match of Joshua Kavad's career and the Psycho Killer Jay James, which I want to remind you, he's back on here.
Oh, yeah, that's Spot Monkey Fest. That's all we needed to watch.
Well, he's here. Well, you know what? I'm going to remind him you guys said that because he's going to be here 3 weeks from Monday with the whole collective. The Banana Man Lestat, he was there. Listen, he's been there at many of you. The Banana Man, yes, the Banana Man's going to be back on Sportswire.
Please tell him to get a real haircut. Be a real man for once. That haircut is not cutting it.
Him, Lasers, I'll beat them all.
Yeah. Well, the Banana Man returns. He was going to be back here, and he's had gold also in his own right, his own arsenal, and he's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about being a part of the MVP roster with you guys. He's going to talk about that. Jen says Hammer should have tagged me. Well, it didn't. You guys
get over yourself, lady.
Well, she obviously has made her point clear. Yes, thank you, Johnny. Yes, thank you. And where did they get the best abs and tan? It's the second time she must know something that none of us.
I'm bored with this tan. He has been.
I've been working on these abs for years. I have a rigorous training regimen.
We need to talk about Big Papa Pump and his largest arms, Lex Luger, the total package, but it's the best abs in the business now. The Hammer Max Strong. Forget about what those guys did. Superstar Billy Graham. Those guys have nothing. The Hulkster, when he was alive, God rest his soul, the 24-inch pythons, they have nothing on, but keep that shirt on for us tonight here. We're obviously.
Between the abs and the golden Irish cream.
You don't pay enough to check out.
No, I think that we want to keep the heavy hitters coming on here. We don't want them to change their minds because they don't want to have to compete with those best abs. That's what it is. We want to make sure, we have a major name coming on Monday, which I'll leave that at that. Justice for Peanut Butter and Jealous hashtag. There you go. Yeah, please don't, Ella, whatever the reference is. Please don't send those as Christmas or Valentine's cards, the poster she's referring to.
You came over.
Those will be my Christmas cards for the rest of your time.
Well, she seems to know a lot about you guys. I'm going to say
stalkers do that from time to time.
Nah, she's not a stalker. No. That's that's a serious allegation there. But I will say, put the poster up of the Hammer's Instagram page. And before we get to some more comments, please follow him on Instagram. You can follow him on his Instagram page, and you can see where he's going to be next. I do have something for you guys we're going to get to in about 10 minutes, and the Turkey Day takedown, which he was a part of. And, what happened there in that gauntlet match real quick, Mr. Hammer?
Well, that was there. I was supposed to be there with Loveless, and we had a tag team. but mysteriously his brake lines go out. And so it
Isn't
was
it
another one of
ironic?
those, I don't have any time. I walk in the building and they tell me plans have changed. You're not in a tag match anymore.
Second
Now
time
you're in this
in
gauntlet
2 weeks
match.
there for you guys this month, huh? Second time. Card subject to
Yeah.
change.
I still say Brother Lie cut my brake line.
I think so too. He was scared. Oh, look at that
Me too,
clothesline.
but
That
yeah.
was beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, look, I'm sure we'll get to more of the break
Oh,
lines,
and that
but
leg
Man,
kick.
Harley
more
has never
comments.
looked any better than on his back in the middle of a ring.
Yes, hello to stab you in the back, Steve. And oh man, not the Monster Factory. Yeah, definitely. You think about the history here in our area of the Monster Factory. Yeah, that's a bad loss. And we know Cease and Desist will be back on Sportswire very soon. And follow the Hammer on Instagram. And yeah,
Oh,
I mean
look at
Hammer.
shoulder
Obviously,
block.
you're doing great there, but you don't seem to do well on these cards subject to changes, huh?
Hey, a man likes to prepare. You
Yep.
know, you got to get yourself ready for the match that you're going to be in. And they keep
Yeah.
throwing these curveballs at me.
Exactly.
We ain't playing baseball.
Nope.
No.
Or badminton.
Nope. This ain't track and field.
Nope.
I would never have guessed you in track and field, Hammer.
Or
I would.
street hockey.
Hey, what are you talking about? When the Hammer was back in high school, not only did he run, but he also threw discus and shot put.
Yeah.
The Hammer's a man of many talents.
You and Jim Thorpe, I would certainly confuse both at the same time. I would certainly say that much. And obviously, so far so good. I mean, so far so good for you guys. I'll give you that much here, Mr. Hammer. And at least you got Mayhem at ringside here, and you're
I'm still
doing
going to throw
what
it
you
out
want to
there.
do so
D.A.
far.
Morris is definitely the better brother of the two.
D.A. Morris is definitely better.
Well, whatever it might be, certainly you guys, have these cards subject to change. It's referees.
That jaw jack.
I lost a tooth in that. It's gone now.
You know what? I've had plenty of dental problems this year, and I'm not going to compare to losing a tooth. But obviously, you're out there and you're giving it everything you've got in this match, and especially when you didn't know you were going to be out there, but at least you had your gear. At least you are fighting. You are fighting like you always do with the best abs in the business. But right now, you would certainly like to be in a different position.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That clothesline.
It's painful. Very painful. Very, very painful. Very painful. Obviously. No. I mean, there's definitely some shades of Dolph Ziggler and Billy Gunn into one here right now. And speaking of people that do not seem to be fans of you,
I like to refer to him more as the Malky brothers, but tomato.
You know what, but there's this guy that his name is Daniel Tafu, and he gives you guys a thumbs down because you guys have a lot of history together on this platform, a lot of history, But
man, last time we seen him, he was handcuffed on a guardrail somewhere.
I was gonna say, I mean,
is he still down there?
How did we? He might be.
Well, I mean, look, it's been a minute since you guys have seen each other, but he wanted to make sure that he gave you guys a ring endorsement or not.
Did security ever cut him off that guardrail?
Oh boy, I still have the keys.
He's still alive.
I still have the keys. They were in my back pocket. Oh man,
was he living off of old outdated hot dogs down there?
Hamburgers or something?
Well, it is a hot dog and a handshake, so I suppose that would theoretically work. And he also wants to remind you of what happened the last time you were there, though, with him in the ring. And last time we seen each other, me and Shadow destroyed you, and that's what he did want to bring up, which I knew he was going there with.
I don't remember. I can't recall even.
But I've got somebody coming.
When did the match take place?
But beats me. But speaking of a name that is going to be on here Tuesday night, that I'm going to make sure to bring you guys up throughout the conversation, is the gentleman of exquisite caliber, Godric Sandwell, a man you guys know very well, is returning on Sportswire Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, and he will definitely, I'm sure, get some questions about you guys. Maybe you will be around, and I'll be definitely bringing you up.
I like his new personality. It's about time he's seen our side of things.
That's right. I've seen his promos at Mon Valley telling the crowd to stick it. That's where he
I'm
needs
going to
to
talk
be.
to him about that. I'm certainly going to be bringing you guys up, and maybe we'll have to see finally that you guys and him are on the same side of the coin.
Man,
I
Hammer,
think
could
so.
you
I
imagine?
think he finally took our example.
Hammer, could
Kevin
you
with a blue
imagine
coat, the
if
be-all,
us
end-all, the best
two?
tan, the best abs in the business? Who knows?
Could you imagine if us two and him team up and start running 6-man tag matches? We would dominate the tri-state area.
Forget
Yeah.
about
Dominate.
Hogan Hall. Listen, forget about Hogan Hall and Nash. You know,
That's right.
forget about what they did. I mean, think about what you guys could do together as a trio.
Wow.
I mean, you guys could be the heir apparents. You guys could be the heir apparents to that. You
And
know,
I'll tell you what,
What's
there's
up,
not too
Chris
many people I
LaRusso?
wouldn't say that would just drag us down, but Godric Sandwell is not one of them.
I'm going to ask Godric about this Tuesday night. He returns Tuesday night, and I'm going to make sure to ask him about this. He will definitely get some questions. No question, literally, as I said once again, about you and now how he sees things in Mon Valley. I will certainly be bringing that. And
Man, the ticket sales will go through the roof.
I mean, you guys are on the poster after all. I shall remind people before I share my screen and give you guys something. I hope I'm not
Three handsome guys in one corner of the ring. Man, the moms would be jealous.
Well, maybe Jen would be jealous. I don't know.
She could be part of that list.
True, theoretically, good point. But yes, and they're the best tag team on the scene right now, especially Mon Valley.
That's right.
That's right, Richie Allen.
Yeah, we know Richie. I'll let him sit there for. Well,
Reggie.
fellas, I know obviously we're getting ready for some other work. Oh, but before I do that, divorce rates have been going up because the hottest team is on the poster. So divorce rates have been going up. As if divorce rates weren't high enough in this country, they've gone up even more.
I've received death threats by some of the men before.
You know what? For this, it might get. Yeah, it might get that.
Bro.
That was a shot. Yeah, that was a shot. I believe I'll have to set Mr. Sandwell free. You two slow nerds were playing in Godric's head. I'll set him free.
I'll set you back on the guardrail where you belong, you nerd.
You know, he does.
Yeah, who set you free?
You know, I will say, he has some friends in the collective, and I told you guys, they're all coming back here on the 15th. I'm going to mention you guys. I'm going to mention it to the Banana Man Lestat. I'm going to be mentioning the both of yous to Ampo the Destroyer, the Square, the Kaiju Circle.
What's he destroyed besides a toilet lately?
Oh.
He's got championship gold in multiple places alongside the Banana Man Lestat.
Well, so what?
He's a different animal, literally. Ampo's different. He's just a different. There's people that come on here and there's Ampo, but I'll pretend
sewer rat.
Oh,
well, you know what? We haven't quite had a sewer rat on Sportswire, but I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. But I will say I'll mention you guys regardless of the Banana Man, Mr. Jameson, certainly Mr. Tafu and Ampo when they come here in 3 weeks. And yes. Let's go Mets. Yeah, hopefully the Mets re-sign Alonso and Diaz, and it was a painful last month. Kind of like the way you guys lost these matches we put on the screen tonight. It was very painful. And I'm sure Richie will come back on here.
Rub it right in our face, don't you, Tom?
Well, you know what? The Mets didn't even make the playoffs, so let's not even go there. But you know, fellas, before we get to closing thoughts, I have something I want to present to you guys. I can't give you tag team championship gold. I can't do that because I don't.
Why not?
I don't have that. I don't, but let me share my screen because I got something for you guys, especially for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest age, because Peanut Butter and Jellies have joined the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Oh.
Now some prestige into that Hall of Fame.
And by the way, the same Hall of Fame that does have Savio Vega, does have Mark Farner. Yes, we're an American band. Does have Mr. Josie Scott of Saliva, just to name a few. Mark Kendall of Great White, King's X, Doug Pinnick. So we can go down the list. Gary Wolf himself. So you
That's a
guys.
pretty good list, but now it adds some clout by adding the peanut butter.
Well,
and
it
jelly.
has some peanut butter. It has some peanut butter to it. We didn't
That's
have peanut
right.
butter, and we haven't had anybody jealous of the Hall of Fame. But now we can say that we do now have that because you guys are in the Hall of Fame. Richie's in there. Yes, we know that. But
the referee that screwed us. Of course he is.
Oh,
well, Ian Graves isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Thank God. At least there's some justice in the world.
I'm sure eventually he'll one day get in. Let's not go there.
Please don't.
That nerd
please
needs to
don't
stay
do
out
that.
of the Hall of Fame just like he needs to stay out of our business.
Exactly.
What number? Well, Andrew's already in, and Mr. Hammer would be number 158, I think you'd be.
I was number 69 when I went in.
Well, I'm sure that for those divorce rates, that's certainly poetic, right? Number 69.
It is.
We're not going there. We're a family station, but I think you get the hint. But we'll give you both the physical copy when we're off the air, and obviously we're so happy to have you guys. All right, I could talk all day with you guys, but I want to give you guys the opportunity first before December 13th, season's beatings. You have any final words for the cure and the curse?
Good, Hammer.
Loveless.
I was giving you first honors. Also, I gotta say, the light behind you, Hammer, makes you look like an angel.
I mean, I am.
Best abs in the business for a reason.
That's right. God-given.
God gave you everything.
I'm just gonna say it like this. Yeah, our first match with them didn't work out the way we wanted, but you learn a lot about a team. The first loss. We went back to the drawing board, and we know what we have to do.
Our game plan is flawless.
Well, you certainly want to be lawless in your actions to get you those tag team championships, I guess. And, we've talked a lot about you guys winning tag team championship gold. So I would ask you then, since you have this rematch, what would it mean to you to be the Mon Valley Pro tag team champions?
A lot.
It would just feel like justice. I mean, we've been the best tag team in Mon Valley Pro since we got there.
To me, it's not just justice. It's about the history of the company, the division, as well as family roots for me. So to win the tag team titles is a lot more important. And you
are fighting. And listen, you're always fighting for your brother, and that's always been something that is important and means.
And he's one of the main reasons why I started going to Mon Valley. I started scouting them out.
I know that. Oh no! Listen, it's been a topic. You have been here several times, and we want everybody to support Mon Valley Pro. And I know we'll be talking a lot about them on Tuesday with Godric Sandwell, the gentleman of exquisite caliber, who is going to have his own opinions, I'm sure. And actually, for a change, will be maybe kind of similar to yours, at least when I talk about Mon Valley Pro. And do me a favor, please hit the sub button for them. They are almost at 250 subscribers, and Lord knows how hard it is. If I could, I have almost 1,700 subscribers. I'd give all of them to
everybody that's in this chat. Go and subscribe.
Yes.
And at least send out the invite to 10 friends and have them subscribe.
And that's, yes, absolutely. And that's why if
you love pro wrestling, do it.
I see several people here in the chat, and please hit the sub button for Mon Valley Pro. Also, follow I'm going to put the Instagram page up here, Mon Valley Pro. Please support Mon Valley Pro on Instagram and check them out. And there's a lot of other great stuff there. And that's the way to get in touch and support those who support us. And so many of our friends on Sportswire in Mon Valley Pro. And, there you guys are. Yeah, there you go. There you guys are there. And, familiar faces. There's some familiar faces. There's some definitely familiar faces there. Not you guys, though.
We charged them $29.95 for that photo, first off, Tom.
You know what? Just when I thought when James Ellsworth was charging people to do podcasts and Big Vito was, you guys are setting the bar when it comes to photos.
That's
Who knew?
right. Usually we charge for podcasts too, but we like you, Tom.
Well, you know what? I think you see the resume. The last one you did, Andrew, I watched 5 minutes of it and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna wait till you guys come on this platform."
Yeah, I'm surprised I ain't got a drinking disorder making it through that podcast. That was a nightmare.
Well, you know what? Well, to quote Alice Cooper, "Welcome to your nightmare," or my nightmare. But let me get to bed. Tafu. Well, that's why I didn't watch more than 5 minutes. Be prepared, Maxi Pad, and you better be ready for the next time we meet Peter Pan, because you can't fly to Neverland ever again, boy. Who knew Peter Pan and Michael Jackson references? You'll never forget the name of Tafu. Hashtag welcome to the wastelands. Yeah,
Totally delusional bullshit.
I think Hawk 2 is having a stroke.
Listen,
Somebody better go check on him.
Come on tonight and greet you guys. That may be for Tuesday for Godric. I have a feeling Godric's he's going to pay a visit for. MVP. Yes, I'm with Jennifer on that. Loveless is lying. Congratulations, fellas. Yes, for the Hall of Fame. She says she charged you for the photos.
You know what Tafua reminds me of? He reminds me of Rumham with legs.
You know what? I'm not going there because he usually comes on Sportswire in red, in like a red screen. And
I bet he does.
You've seen him here. I mean, so I don't have to tell you. Yes, thank you, Camo Cam, for saying hello to Oxen. One more time, yes, hit the sub button for Mon Valley Pro. Please support them. Please support those who support us. And these guys, before we get to closing thoughts, are going to be in action coming up 3 weeks from today, and they'll be at Season's Blessings. Bell time is 6 p.m. and Double M's Pizza. Please go out there and support Double M's Pizza. They got the best
pizza in the joint.
Best pizza in town. Listen, I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. Even Double M's got better pizza than here in New York. Please go out there and support Double M's. Support those who support us and support MVP. So make sure you go out and do whatever you can to support small business. Next Saturday is Small Business Saturday. So get it early. Also, live music by Fire Escape. And don't escape from the Fire Escape when they come on. Enjoy them.
They're awesome.
They're great. We love them, and
great
we love Mon Valley Pro. And one more time, they are in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame as a team. And
that's beautiful.
I will give you both the physical copy when we're off the air. All right, fellas, I'm going to pass the baton to you guys. Let me give you some closing thoughts. I'm going to go with you first, Hammer, and definitely please don't hurt him, Hammer, when it comes to these closing thoughts.
Well, Tom, you know that I'm always been too legit to quit.
You got that Adam's group there for us.
Yep. So I just say look forward to the future. Look, keep watching Peanut Butter and Jealous because we are on an upswing. You're going to see greater and greater things coming from us. The sky's the limit, and we on our way.
To quote Biggie, the sky is the limit, and keep pressing on. Listen, I mean, I could look at it from that way. And if you are here on Instagram, do me a favor, or TikTok as well, but I can't share the TikTok. But if you're on Instagram, go follow Hammer's Instagram page. He's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and you'll see him here coming up at NBP's last show of the year, a Season's Beatings. The be-all, end-all, I'm giving you the last word tonight. Anything else you want to plug, Sarah, say? I pass the baton to you. The floor is yours.
No matter what, I hate the Pirates still. And
they both smell funny.
As for Victor Atlas and Mr. William or Miller,
yes,
yeah, I can't wait to beat the crap out of them. We got plans and we got backup plans, so I'm just gonna wail on them as hard as I can and hope for the very best.
Yeah, well, backup is a word that was used a few days ago on my show. I had a guy, Scott Gutierrez, who actually produced the last songs when Tupac was alive, and I had asked him what would be an advice for anybody. He said, have a backup plan, and there you go. You guys have a backup plan when it comes to the
Be methodical.
Well, you know what? We'll have to see if it will be the moment you guys get Tag Team Championship gold. Follow Loveless on Instagram. Follow Hammer on Instagram. And also support MVP on all social media platforms. We'd really appreciate that. And they are one more time the newest members of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. So please go out there and support them. As I said, we'll give you the copy when we're off the air. We'll talk to you guys after the 13th. We'll figure a day and time one more time before 2025, and we'll talk about it, and maybe we'll talk about the match you had a few weeks ago, and who knows, whatever else. And fellas, congratulations. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there on the 13th. We'll be talking about you, I'm sure, quite a bit on Tuesday, though, with Godric Sandwell. So that'll be an interesting conversation. Godric hasn't been here in quite a bit, so we'll have to see. And we'll see you out there soon. And best of luck and happy Thanksgiving to both of you guys. I know for sure that those Heavy Metal Pirates and the Curse and a Cure won't be there either. For your Thanksgiving dinner coming up this Thursday. But maybe Jen will be, and maybe Violet as well will be there. Who knows?
I'm hoping Miller's somewhere drinking that snake oil.
Well, then maybe he won't show up in that case because he might just
All right, 2-on-1 for us, baby.
Well, we're not condoning that. Don't drink snake oil. But that is
Miller. Be a man. Do it.
No, we'll do that for that. But no, in all seriousness, this is the team of Peanut Butter and Jealous. That is the Hammer, Max Strong, and the be-all, end-all, Andrew Lovelace. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally with all music and wrestling matters. And if you're here on Sportswire Radio, I'll be here in a little while at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time, but I'll be here tomorrow night also at about 9:15 with Sean Joe. If you hit the sub button for us, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and please support Mon Valley Pro and these guys. And yes, I see you pointing at something, but until then, thank you, fellas. We'll see you guys after the 13th, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one Global Radio, Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters. We'll see you guys